Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Okay, so we are back. We is back, honey. I like the 6th chapter. You got to know Victor a little bit more. He's such a little smug, self-righteous little bastard. Like, damn, Victor, lighten up. Shit. God damn. He's always so uptight. Lord have mercy. But it was a good chapter. It gave you some insight into Victor. It gave you some insight into his relationship with John. And you could clearly see that Victor is the logical one in the relationship. He thinks clearly about the safety and, of course, about the longevity of the nest. John thinks about it as well, but he thinks about it in terms of expansion and how big the nest can be and how much good they can do by expanding and adding more to their compound. I think Victor thinks about maintaining what they have and not getting too overzealous. I think that is a good piece. You need somebody to rein you in. You know what I mean? Like that's the balance of a good relationship. But I think that Victor is a hothead. He flies off the handle too much. He doesn't think things through before he says them. And I understand that he's a very passionate and emotionally driven person. But at the same time, you need to be able to hear people out. When you have conversations, even in arguments with people, you have to learn how to work through your arguments. You have to be able to work through your anger and actually hear people's side so that you can properly assess what's being said to you and then proceed forward. When you just fly off at the handle and you're only considering your thoughts and your path and that you're right, you miss logic, you miss facts, and you miss the opportunity to come to a common ground with the very person that you're arguing with. He annoys me because he's that way. But other than that, Victor's all right. He's not a bad character. He's all right. Child, I couldn't say that word for a damn. I couldn't say it at all. Do you hear me? Now, earlier today, I drank 2 cups of coffee, which I hadn't had coffee. When was the last time I drank coffee? Last year? Because I didn't drink no coffee this year. That coffee from Dunkin', but it wasn't the best. I ain't even drink all. I took a sip of it and I threw it out because it was nasty. Because they wouldn't let me trade it in for the caramel macchiato, bitches. I was like, I paid the upgrade, bitch. Just give me the macchiato. God damn. And it wasn't even worth that. It was watery eggs. I was so mad at Dunkin' that day. I never drank the coffee. We ended up throwing it out, remember? Yeah. I guess. What was that, last month? Yeah. But that was like a sip. But I hadn't had like a real cup of coffee. It's like a real cup of coffee since the end of last year. That was when I was drinking at least a cup of coffee a day. But I love coffee. It was so good. Oh, it was so good. The way I used to drink it was with my protein shakes, but protein shakes are so fucking expensive. They want like $35 for a case of protein shakes. And with me having to drink my protein shakes every day, that's hella expensive for me. Like I'm gonna be spending upwards of like $150 to $200 on different cases of protein shakes just to be able to get my protein intake. Like an average cost for the protein shakes, the premier protein shakes is like $32, $33 per case. If it's at $23, that's a steal. Dead ass. But I drank my 2 cups of coffee earlier. I had me a little snack and I was chilling. And then when I got ready to start reading Rico's book, I drank. It was a while before I drank anything else today, but after I got ready to read his book, it was around 8:30. I drank a drink. I made a cranberry and Disaronno, and then I turned around and had cranberry and ginger ale. I had I had a cherry ginger ale with Disaronno. So I drank that and chow. I put a lot of liquor in that drink. It was more Disaronno in there than it was juice or cranberry or ginger ale. So I was like, oh shit, I ain't gonna be reading great. Fucking up. Oh, chrysalis. Okay. You ain't gotta be using all these words. Dumb it down, Rico, please. Anyways, he said, "Oh, I'm glad their balance comes across clearly." It does. I can tell, but I don't know. Some people might not perceive it that way, but that's how I see. That's how I'm seeing it and how I'm taking it. But it's a good book. It's a cocoon. That's what a chrysalis is. A cocoon. Child, I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, I love me some coffee, child. Now this chapter reveals a lot, so let me know at the end if it reveals too much. Not damn 30. Damn, not 30. Girl, it's $33 for a case of Premier protein drinks. And I hate buying the powder because it's so difficult to mix. I really hate it. But I was like, we gotta move this plot along. Okay, Rico, we finna get into it. All right. So we got chapter 7. This is the last chapter because Rico's still writing it. So we're gonna read it. Chapter 7. Georgina Blink Ocampo. All right, let me see how I want Georgina to sound. Let me think. I hook my goggles on the collar of my shirt as I rub the sweat from my eyes. I didn't know how much I missed this. I whoop. Stevie turns to me, giving me a small smile as she wraps her eye up her task for the day. Our unit had been assigned to the boiler room today. The near decade of decay requires the most of the piping, and machines receive a lot of upkeep. I gather all the tools I use throughout the day and put them in the used bin. The overnight team will make sure they get cleaned and sanitized so that they're fresh come the morning. After double checking that everything is back and how it's supposed to be, I seal the valve I was working on up, and turn the nozzle so it can resume its duties. Stevie does the same, and we bid the rest of the team a good night before we walk to the rest area to retrieve our personal items. I heard your sister stop by today. Yeah, they did. How'd that go? Stevie shrugs her shoulders, like it usually does. Nelsie talked a lot. Chai got annoyed and gave her a stern talking to. So standard fare, more or less. Out of the 3 Cartwright sisters, Stevie was the only one I could really get along with. Nelsie's harmless, but she gets on my nerves. if I have to talk to her for more than 10 minutes. China, on the other hand, me and her couldn't get on the same page if our lives depended on it. Thank God I was assigned to the opposite side of the boiler room for the most of the day. With everything going on, I didn't have it in me to deal with an impromptu reunion. It must be nice though, having a family left as tight knit as those three, sends a slight twinge of jealousy through my hardened heart. Having gathered our rucksacks, we make our way to the lobby and are greeted by Tyshawn. Now, see, you spelled it different on this page. You ain't shit, Rico. Did you change it? Did you go in here and change it while I was yelling at you? Because you're rude. How you ladies doing? We're doing just fine, Ty. How the day treat you? It's all the same old, same old. Can't complain though. Boring is good, forever and always. The man smiles, eyes twinkling. See you in the morning. Ty nods at us with a wave as I snake my arm around Stevie's shoulder. She doesn't react at first, but after being hit with the chill of the evening, she inches closer for warmth. You got anywhere else you need to be tonight? Or you gonna head straight home? Stevie is quiet for a bit before responding. I should probably run by the infirmary, see if Chai needs anything. All right. Guess you never decline when duty calls. This earns me another small smile from her. Both of us walking a ways towards home before splitting up. Stevie's not one for PDA, but I still wrangle a chest kiss from her before she goes. I watch her figure retreating into the distance, keeping my eyes on her until she falls out of sight. I do a quick 10 count before turning on my heels and make my way to the rendezvous point. I walk briskly. I told them to expect this, but I'm already a lot further behind schedule than I anticipated. My legs carry me to the hollow, giving a rhythmic knock to alert the group of my arrival. They don't open the door immediately. The time elapsed since my knock on the door stretches to concerning lengths. Did they give me the wrong meeting place? No, they wouldn't. Would they? I'm about to knock the rhythm on the door again before it swings open, a hand grabbing me roughly and pulling me inside. Once inside, I hear the door shut and rip into the owner of the hand. Hey, let a girl know before you put your hands on her, fuckwad. Oh, we couldn't risk you being seen, Jono explains, rubbing the handprint forming on his arm. Then you could have opened the door quicker. Jono gives his rebuttal, but is swiftly cut off by one of the other figures in the room. Either way, you're late, Antoine scolds. And we got work to do. He stands up from his chair, motioning for me to take it instead. You've worked all day at the power plant. You deserve to sit down for the night. I eye him as I walk over to his position, but not turning down the offer. My feet hurt, and my back was killing me, so I take whatever I can get. Antoine motions for Jono to join the rest of us, clasping his hands together to officially begin the meeting. All right, we all know why we're here, so Jono, what have you got? He takes a deep breath before responding. You weren't kidding about that Warren dude. He's thrown Victor off his game in a way I've never seen. Antoine gives a coy, sly. Antoine gives a coy, sly. Having briefed the group about Victor's brother in our impromptu meeting the night he showed up. He was stationed in Tennessee at the same time as John and Warren. He gave us a rundown of their shared time there, all the way up to the mysterious dishonorable discharge. Ever since Warren showed up and caused a major rift between John and Victor, Antoine's been practically giddy with excitement. Antoine's relationship with John before he became director was fine, at least from what I observed. They were a bit competitive with each other, both men attempting to one up each other whenever the opportunity presented itself. But I never detected any hostility until Fitz started to favor John. When Fitz got sick and stepped down, we all thought he would just give the position to Antoine, as he was the acting second in command after all. That's not what happened. Instead, Fitz decided that we vote on the next director, nominating John as a candidate. Things got ugly after that. I imagine it would. I don't like this bitch. Rico, I don't like her. I don't like her. He said, "Ooh, I didn't proofread that like I thought I did." These are fixable offenses, and they are, but I don't like that bitch. I don't like her. I'm about ready to throw her ass outside. We ain't even got into the book yet. I'm ready to throw her out. Very ugly. I feel my arms erupt into goosebumps as a familiar uneasy weight settles into my stomach. I'm still not happy with the role I played during that time. They were going at it pretty bad. Jono drones on. After I was able to slip out, I stuck around to listen to more, and John is going to propose another stab at the college. And Victor, dead set against it. Antoine chews his bottom lip for a bit, eyes wandering to stare off into space for a bit before turning to Kirsten. Victor say anything to you about it? A sullen look falls over her face. No. He shut me out again. That's okay. It never lasts too long. Kirsten shoots the man a pained smile before he turns to me. Blink. My throat's grown parched, making my voice come out hoarser than I meant to, but I press on. From what I've seen, these two are cracking and bad. They both respect me enough to give me some details here and there, but I got more out of one of the Cartwrights. The redheaded man's eyes lit up. You asked Stevie? A bitter taste filled my mouth. No, Antoine. I told you that you never do that. I know. I apologize. I let out a frustrated huff, taking a deep breath before continuing. I didn't get my intel from Stevie, but I went to the one sister I knew would blab. But I ended up getting it from China instead. She willingly gave you information? Not exactly, but I overheard her talking to Victor. Is that the break that you asked me for? More or less. I was hoping to catch Penelope on her way out, since she's always the one to blab, but I saw Victor step into the plant. Then China came in some time later, so I stayed posted outside. Excellent. What did they talk about? It's not about what they talked about, since all it had to do with Warren's condition. But it shows Victor has some level of care for his brother. This earned me a confused stare from the other three. So, I go on. This is something we can use. How? If John's planning on hinging his proposal on Warren being a strategist, then we can try to spin it to where Warren needs additional supervision. But John's most likely going to lead the expedition anyway. Yes, I concur. But he'll lead it. That's a task in of itself. So we proposition the council by having Victor stand in for supervision. I'm not in agreement. Because who would be better fit for the job than his own brother? But Victor is staunchly against the mission, especially after what happened last year, Jono points out. But if we can get the other department heads to agree, he'd have no choice. He cares too much about maintaining order to buck against his peers. He's not ready to cause more upheaval. A laugh emerges from the red-headed man, pushing himself off the wall he was leaning on as he begins to slow clapping. Jono, Kirsten, and I spare concerned glances at each other before diverting our attention back to him. Oh, you guys, he begins pointing at the floor. This is the opening we've been waiting for. He makes eye contact with all of us before speaking again. If we can swing it, this can be a huge step for us. He begins pacing the room, a habit that's not unfamiliar, but this is the first time he's done it in a good mood. John's right after all. I never saw a battle with Roran, but he was a skilled strategist. With his help, they can secure the university, and with Victor there too, I look to inherit a thriving nest. He comes to an abrupt stop, turning his head to make direct eye contact with me. And I couldn't have done it without you. He spares Jono and Kirsten without any of you. 2 nights ago, we need answers, Antoine, now, I hissed. The infirmary is pretty quiet. The overnight team is more of a skeleton crew, but we still can't take any chances. We were huddled outside of the newcomer's room. Jono, Kirsten, and I formed a half circle around Antoine, who I had just slammed into the wall. Antoine didn't flinch or react to the impact, keeping his face and demeanor even. Sure. What answers do you need? You never mentioned a brother. Antoine gives a slight shrug. I didn't think it was an important detail. I thought he croaked. I grit my teeth. But none of you mentioned him before now. Antoine meets my eyes, his face one of indifference. He's Victor's brother. It was always up to him if he got brought up. Anyone huff from me, an annoyed huff from me. And I take a step back, letting him step away from the wall, running a hand through his auburn curls. I turn my gaze to Kirsten, the woman growing timid as my eyes bore into her. Did you know? She opens her mouth to speak, shutting it soon after, eyes darting to the wall and the floor. I take a step towards her, clenching my fists on impulse before Antoine extends his arm out to stop me. She sees the interaction, inching herself slowly away. He mentioned him once or twice, after Martin passed. But it wasn't anything major. And he talked about him like he wasn't here anymore. So I didn't think any much of it. I look away from her, looking with Jono, locking eyes with Jono, who gives me a defeated stare in return. I swat the arm in front of me, focusing my attention back to its owner. Tell us what you know. All of it. He scoffs at me. What? Upset that one of your powerful friends didn't trust you with his secrets. My scowl forms into a smirk. Not as upset as you were when Fitz didn't trust you to lead us. The smile vanishes, stiffening his jaw in contempt. Low blow, Gina. Trust me when I tell you, I can go much lower. And if you want my help, you'll do as I say. Now talk. He sucks his teeth. Fine. But you're not going to be happy. His posture straightens. I don't know much. Well, tell me what you do know, and I'll determine its value. Present day. What you get up to last night? Stevie rubs her tired eyes as she slumps into the folding chair, letting a deep yawn out as she stretches her limbs. I got home, and you weren't here. Went to bed without you. I busy myself with the slicing bread I made the other day. Yeah, Antoine has something to discuss with me. That late? I wave off her concern. It's mainly to go over all the scrap we got from the mall, drawing up plans on how to use it all. I look over to her, her face telling me that she's okay with my answer. I finish slicing the bread, setting it down on the table for Stevie to begin gorging herself. I told everyone these sourdough starters were handy, she says between bright bites. Ooh, I love me some sourdough bread. I playfully roll my eyes as I join her in the feast. We finish our breakfast, both get ready for our day, with Fridays typically being my security days. Keyword is typically. Antoine pulled strings to have me relieved of my duties today. There's other work to be done. I walk with Stevie to the power plant, greeting Tyshawn at his usual spot at the receptionist desk before exiting. On Fridays, Victor spends most of his day at the greenhouse checking on the crops. We're heading into winter, so we've already done our big harvest of fruits, but we found a few different roots and vegetables that can grow in the harsh cold. The nest is livelier in the mornings, various residents greeting me as I walk towards the very end of the community to reach the greenhouse. It wasn't actually a greenhouse, that's wishful thinking, but it was a decent sized field with the pavilion placed at the center. Sure enough, there was Victor, his signature clipboard and pen in hand, listening intently to whatever Kirsten tells him. I slow my pace. Victor tends to stick around and help with pruning, so there's no need to rush. Finding my way onto the sidewalk, also having been pruned and weeded, I make my way over to the pavilion. Victor's back to me, but he slowly turned to gaze out over the field, giving Kirsten the window she needed to spot me. A quick flash of shock lights up her face, molding into mild trepidation on my arrival. Antoine hadn't briefed her on the plan, I guess. Not surprising. But it'll benefit her in the end, so let's hope she's not too mad. She fixes her face before Victor sees, visibly continuing their conversation before putting on another look of shock and confusion. She gestures towards me, prompting Victor to turn around and have his own puzzled look. Hope I'm not causing too much of a stir, I muse, finally close enough to be within earshot. Not yet, but that's always subject to change. A soft laugh escapes me, standing in front of the pair now. So, gonna shake the rust off that green thumb of yours. A small smile rises from Victor, eliminating his scarred face. Always liked when he smiles. He hasn't done that a lot in these last 2 years. I feel a little guilty, he admits. I haven't been able to help with the crops in a month or so, so I've been busy. I've been so busy. Well, my agenda's clear for the day. Why don't I help? There's nothing for you to do over at the power plant? I eye her coldly. Antoine decided I wasn't needed today. Said I could take the day off. She narrows her eyes at me, but doesn't say anything further. She excuses herself to speak with someone pruning a carrot plant. Don't tell me he's being a dick to you again. You would not believe. Ever since the whole mall fiasco, he has not been happy. Well, he knows the history Warren has with John. I don't doubt he's probably threatened. Victor purses his lips. I'm sorry that he's taking it out on you. I hope it's not because of the, you know. I shoot him down a glare, prompting him to quiet down. The arrangement the nest has with the Citadel is very hush hush. It used to be only Fitz, Antoine, and Jono who knew about it, mainly because they had to. Once Fitz stepped down, and Antoine got ousted, John and Victor has to be looped in for me to keep my commitments. They've done good at not disrupting my operations, but the less people know about this, the better. I look back over at Kirsten, gently showing the person pruning the carrot plant how to do it properly. A warm smile effortlessly radiating off of her. How's Kirsten been? Victor takes the opportunity to change the subject. Kirk's been fine, I guess. You guess? I haven't been able to just talk to her in a while. Vicky, I know. I just don't have the time anymore. You have to talk to her, Victor, especially after Martin. Victor's shoulders slumped in a defeated sigh. I know. Is it because of Martin? He stiffens, waving me off. I can't get into this right now, Georgie. He walks off, no doubt making his rounds through the greenhouse. As I lag behind the pavilion, my eyes flutter to where Kirsten is, finding she had moved on from the carrot plant to the greens section, checking the budding lettuce and cabbage. It was a clear, sunny day on the warmer side, but the wind didn't give us a reprieve from the cold front. The sunlight and wind did wonders for Kirsten, sorry, highlighting the subtle shades of gold hidden in her brown waves as the wind tousled it carelessly. It's no wonder had been so taken with her in her natural habitat. She started to resemble the girl he used to drool over any time he and I grabbed a drink. I make my way over to her. We clearly have some catching up to do to get back on the same page. Her face sours upon seeing me. Her effortless glow diminished almost immediately. Walk with me. She makes a face, but excuses herself to join me. We walk a bit, not having a specific area in mind, but she stops in front of me, in front of a barren plant, plopping down to spread mulch across the area. She looks up to me, motioning for me to join her. I'm not the earthy type, but I oblige her anyway. So I'm not important enough to be included anymore. I mean, to come to my area and not even consult me first? Relax, Kirsten. I'm acting alone. She aims at a pointed she aims a pointed glare at me. So all that talk of you having the day off was true. Antoine did give me the day off. I wasn't told to come here. Then why are you here? Can you relax? For Christ's sake, I just did you a favor. Favor. I I I put my finger to my lips, shooting a glance over her shoulder. She follows my eyes, seeing a group of planners have begun listening. Keep your voice low. We're close to getting everything where it needs to be. Don't fuck it up now. Her nostrils flare as she lets out a deep breath. What do you mean you did me a favor? Her tone is quieter, but still harsh. Your friend was shutting you out. I nudge my head in Victor's direction. I don't think he's going too much longer. Her face contorts into a questioning expression. What did you say? It doesn't matter. I think it does. Am I supposed to care about that? Her jaw drops, clearly taking offense to my statement. She goes to spit back a response, but I cut her off. Look, shit's about to get real, and we need to make sure we're all kept in the loop. She closes her mouth, now listening intently. You've always had a closer relationship with Victor. He can tell you things he won't tell the others or me. She casts her eyes down to the dirt. I don't know, Georgina. This is all starting to feel wrong. I placed a hand on hers, earning me a puzzled expression before I tighten my grip. She stifles at the yowl of a pain. She stifles a yowl of a pain, but a soft whimper escapes her. I turn her palm over, shifting the placement of my hand upward to snag her wrist and press down hard on her median nerve. Gardeners are doomed to have carpal tunnel. Her face twists in pain, but she does surprisingly well at not causing a scene. I could almost commend her. Listen here. Do not even think about getting cold feet now. I press down on her median nerve even harder, the increased pressure causing her to breathe heavily. We both agreed that this was the best way to return things to how they were and get Victor back to the way you wanted. I just pointed him in your direction, so shut the fuck up and take the win. How do you know this little plan of yours is even gonna work? Because I just pissed you both off. Now go bond. I released her wrist. She lets out a quiet gasp of relief, immediately starting to nurse her dominant hand. If our plan goes how it's supposed to, there's about to be a major wedge thrown between him and John. That gives you the opening that you need to get your friend back somewhat and make the moves to get him to step down so we can avoid a hostile takeover. And why do you care? Her jaw clenched, eyes radiating the heat of anger. Because I just want a return to form, not a coup. It'll be a coup regardless. Not if I can help it. And what the hell does that mean? I stand up from the plot of dirt, wiping my hands, wiping the seat of my pants from the lingering mulch. That's for me to know and you to find out. That include Antoine? I spare her a wayward glance and walk away, leaving her question unanswered. A year and a half prior, ugh, Antoine was a mess. Martin and I had invited him over to unwind and grab a drink. Little did we know that a drunk Antoine entailed a night of babysitting a ticking time bomb. My talents are wasted. As the head of power and supply, I had plans for how I could move this place into a new era of advancement. It's only because of me that Fitz found out about the college. He threw the now empty can into the distance, a dull clink of aluminum hitting the pavement being heard a few moments after. It was supposed to be our pet project. Fitz and me, the way it's been. That fucker had to come in and ruin everything. I send a worried glance at Martin. He merely shakes his head, motioning for me not to intervene. And ever since he took over, it's been one mess after another. The last attempt at the college was a total disaster. And he still wants to try again? Give it a rest, Johnny boy. I turn back to Martin, doing my best to drown Antoine and his drunken stupor out. Has he ever been like this? I asked the man. More or less is why he doesn't drink often. Then why today? His birthday is a tough time for him. I usually just let him get it all out, and he's fine by the morning. I look back at the former second in command, my first time ever seeing him not in a composed state. He's right about the college, though. It seems like a waste. Martin shrugs. I'm hoping to come along for the next one. Sounds like they were seriously lacking manpower this time. And Kirsten's gonna let you? I don't see why not. Maybe because she values your life. So what? I'll be fine. I rose my eyes at him. If you say so. Antoine continues his tantrum, face turning red to match his hair. How long is he usually like this? Martin pulls out a watch out of his pocket, the leather band frayed and lacking the metal clasp. It's 10:30 right now, so he does a mental count in his head. I'll give him till midnight before I start to get worried. So what do we do in the meantime? The older man relaxes in the rickety lawn chair, letting out a soft yawn. Just sit back and watch the fireworks. A year prior. How is she? She's a fucking mess, Antoine. Now's not the time. But those fuckers got Martin killed. It was an accident. Oh, just a simple accident, huh? It's just like you to make excuses for those two. I wave a stern finger at him. Don't you dare. Or what? Just admit it. You want all of this. You probably let that bald freak sink his axe into. I react before I even know what I'm doing. Next thing, we're both on the ground with my hands firmly grasping his neck. His green eyes wide, hands clawing at mine. Got a typo here, babes. Right there. I don't know what page we on, but we in chapter 7, so just want to let you know there's a typo. Can I highlight it? Let me see. I don't think I can. His green eyes wide, hands clawing at mine. His nose was gushing blood. The pain beginning to blossom from the center of my forehead. The most likely culprit. It was an accident. You weren't there. You can't speak to anything that happened. Gina. I keep my grip firm for a few seconds before finally releasing him. The man sputters coughs, holding his hands over his collarbone as he fights to even out his breathing. We both sit on the floor in the hallway, both panting for different reasons. We sit in that state for seconds, minutes, maybe an hour. I just don't get it. If you care about Victor and John so much, why work with me? I don't give him the privilege of eye contact, keeping my gaze on the floor as I formulate my response. Howard's gonna eat those two alive. I thought we'd have time before the first few cracks started to show, but this was the first noticeable one. I see him adjust himself from my peripheral, moving to sit in an upright position. We both have our own motivations. They don't align, but they'll get us to the same place. I continue. I turn my head to face the man I choked, a bewildered look on his bloody face. I'm only helping you to get things back to how they were. But just so we're clear, you are not any more fit to run this place than they are. They've both earned my respect several times over. And that's something your ass has never been able to do. I stand up from the floor, walking over to Antoine and looking down on him. I soak in the sight for a bit, making sure he gets the message as to who's really in control between the two of us before reaching out my hand to help him up. He takes it. One swift tug, and he's upright. He dusts himself off, runs a hand through his hair, straightens up his clothes. While a punch to the gut, I do appreciate your honesty. I prefer it if it wasn't such a rare sight. Don't give me a reason to bullshit, and it won't have to be. I shoot him a devious smile before turning to walk away. If only he knew. I never needed a reason to bullshit. John and Victor rising to power was not something I expected, and it's thrown a wrench in my plans. I could have been back up north by now, finally rejoined the ranks of the Citadel, but instead I'm playing politics in this tangled mess. Fitz was supposed to pass the baton to Antoine, who would in turn name me as his second in command, and that would have provided the opening we needed for the merger. I could have never predicted how things actually turned out. Antoine's dreams of ruling the nest will always be just a dream. My purpose here was to make sure of that, but John and Victor were never supposed to be involved in this. And I'll be damned if Ernesto tries to take them out. Oh, we got a little demon who's a murderer. Yay. I don't like her. I don't care. I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't like her. She's a bitch. I don't like her. I don't like her. All right. I'm going to tell y'all something. Rico's very clever with how he writes. In the beginning, when you're reading this, you hate Georgina, or at least I do. But you understand why she's doing what she's doing. It's because of the other colony, the more mob style colony that she actually works for, that they're working to merge her with. But she has a heart. So there is some love there for Victor and John. That's going to become a problem later on. This isn't going to work out as clean as Georgina thinks. The future is going to be very interesting in this book. But ladies and gentlemen, we are done with chapter 7. All right. We have read 7 chapters. Okay. Now she's mean. I like reading books. I feel like I can act out the characters a little bit better. After we finish Rico's book, I'm going to try and see if I can find some other books that I can read. These are really good chill moments. We could just chill out. I can read a book, we can talk about it, and we can have a good time. If I have another book that I want to read, which I might start reading my books that I have. I can't read the steamy ones because child. But I can read my other books. I have other books. The one I have from Jessica Cage, which I think I'm gonna read the Jen series to y'all because I really love that series. I got my husband hooked on it. I got his brother hooked on it. Did he finish it?
I'm not sure.
Did he finish the Jen book? You don't remember?
I want to say yes or 100%.
Do you still have my Jen book? It's in your
Over
book bag?
here. What's over here?
Okay, I'm gonna read that. I don't know. I might start reading that next month. And then what I'll do is I'll lock the lives for the books into the members only tab. So the members have exclusive content because they are paying for stuff and they definitely deserve it. And that's what I think I'm gonna do. I leave these lives up because these are for Rico's um assessment. I promised him we would read the book, and I think he really enjoys me acting out each character the way that I can. And I think he just enjoys people being deep diving into his book, which I knew would help him like unblock that writer's block and really focus on finishing creating this world. So shout out to Rico because he's an excellent writer. It's fun to read his book. I'm not a big zombie person, but I like the fact that he focuses more of the people in this world. I know eventually we will have to start venturing into the waste because I know they're going to go after that college and that's going to be a thing. And I hope it's successful. But knowing Rico, he's going to throw a monkey wrench in there somewhere. Okay. But this is Messy's child, but I like a good mess. I like a good mess, honey. Um, okay, you got the typo. This is like the scene from Mulan. She's mean. I love Mulan. I knew it. I knew it. That Mulan was a troublemaker from the start. She was. I love Mulan. Mulan is one of my favorite Disney movies, but I don't like Georgina. I feel like her heart's in the right place and she seems to think she has control of everything. But this is going to spiral out of control and her little friend Ernesto is going to start murking niggas. It's going to be her fucking fault because she ignorant. Okay? She ignorant. Rico said, and I got 3 days off, so I'm going to be writing, period. Because chapter 7 was completed in a day, and I did some mild edits the day after. Very good. That's a good chapter. You wrote an excellent chapter. Oh, you bring so much life to it. I'm trying. I love reading books. I just finished recently 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. The novel was so good, like the show. You know, I don't read a lot of YA books, mainly because I'm not a young adult. But 13 Reasons Why is a bit much for me. That is such a, oh my gosh, it's such a rough book and it's a rough show for me to take. So I don't like reading those kind of books and I don't like reading about essay a lot, and that one really and then you have the self-unaliving stuff, and that really sticks in my craw. I don't I'm very sensitive to those kinds of things, so I don't read those kinds of books, but I understand why you like the book. The way the TV show was structured, the first couple of seasons, it was so much happening, but I can understand reading the book how it probably gave you more context and it was an easier read, even though the topics were so they were so rough. But I'm so glad that you read, and I'm so glad that everybody is into reading because reading is so much fun. The way that you can bring a character to life from a page, the way that you can envision what the person is describing in terms of the world they've created and everything, it's so much fun. And I like doing it because I get to do something that I've always wanted to do since I was a kid, which is I liked acting when I was a kid. I loved acting when I was a teenager and a kid. I was in every school play. I was a part of the news team when I was a teenager, when I was a kid. It wasn't until high school that I scaled back on that stuff, but I loved acting. I loved writing. I used to write scenes in drama class when I was in middle school. Like this was a pastime that I really, really enjoyed. But when you have so many irons in the fire, some of the things that you love, you let go. But I was very much a reading kid. I love to read. So I learned to enjoy writing scenes and being very detailed. And I learned to be able to give a character some type of anguish or give them some type of, you can give them life in your head from what you're reading. And I don't know, sometimes a character comes out on its own as I read the story, which is what happens with Rico's book. So I'm going to read more books. I'm going to read more books for y'all because I feel like reading is so much fun. I'm going to read some of my favorite books. I have read some YA books that are my favorites that have to do with essay and they're from one of my favorite authors. Her name is Sharon Draper. If you're younger, you read Romeo and Julio. Um, I think it's Darkness Until Dawn. I don't remember the name of that book, but I know what the plot line of that book is. Tears of a Tiger, and then you have The Fall of Jericho, November Blues. There are so many books that Sharon Draper wrote that I loved. And they were all like minorities that were involved. Romeo and Julio was about a black girl and I think it was a Puerto Rican boy being in love. It was based off of Romeo and Juliet, but it it had a twist in it that was different. Um, when Darkness Falls, I think that's the name of it. Darkness Until Dawn, I don't remember. That book was about a young girl who was in high school and her teacher was grooming her to, he wanted to be with her. And it was the way it was written, it wasn't like gross, but it explained how a girl can get caught up in grooming and not understand that she's being groomed. When it got to the part where he almost did it, like I would have to read the book for y'all to understand. That one wasn't as hard in the essay as 13 Reasons Why is, but it put it on a level where a kid at my age, how old was I when I was reading that? I was 15 when I was reading that book. So it's a very old book, but it's still in circulation as far as I know, which I might go and get it. One of my favorite books when I was like a little girl, like I was like 9, 10 years old. I read that book so many times. I love that book. It's my favorite book. It's called Mufaro's Most Beautiful Daughters. It was about two African girls, potentially princesses. One of them was really petty and all about self, and the other one wasn't. It was just a tale, like an African tale that was written in this book. And I clung to that book so much. I used to go to the library and take it out every week. I had that book for months. And I loved that book. Every time I went to a school, I searched for it. Every time I went to the library, I would sit and read it. It's my favorite book. I can visually see the pages of that book. That's how many times I've read and seen that book. I love that book so much. It's my favorite. Remember the Kirsten and Martin subplot? You don't even know because Victor is the bald freak Antoine is referring to. I thought he was referring to one of the wastes. That's crazy. I read the book. I didn't see the show because I'ma always be on my bald headed whole shit when creating a character. Child, that's messy. It's you and Carolyn all over again. But Lord, fleshing out all 5 characters is so exhausting. You the one who created this world of so many people, child, and the world building. Oh, that should be having me looking at my computer like, well, what the hell we supposed to do now? Acting and directing was one of my dreams and goals, but mainly directing. You can still achieve those dreams and goals, Brandy. Life is not over. Faye said, I think it's because I'm 22, so I quite enjoy YA books, but I get it. It's so dark, it's disturbing. The actress that played Hannah Baker played her so well. Just amazing performance, just like the book, how I imagined it. Okay, I don't know. It's not my age because I was reading YA books when I was in my 20s too. So you're not alone. But I don't know. I'm in my late 30s and I'm at a point now where I don't know. I don't feel comfortable reading those types of books anymore. And it's not that they're not good books because I still find myself gravitating to other YA books. Like, I do like the story of the book To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I think that is such a cute concept. I think the movies went off the rails just a little bit, but I think the concept of the book is pretty freaking interesting. Like, this girl, very dedicated to her studies, but she had a crush. And so, to keep her from acting on all her crushes, she wrote letters to each of them. And I was just like, how cute is that? I never thought to even do that when I was a teenager. I wish I did. I would go back and read that shit. Well, I was heavy into journaling, but I wrote stories. I wrote stories, romance novels. I don't even know where them papers at now. I think I threw them away so nobody would find them. I threw them in the trash, honey, because y'all wasn't gonna be out here spraying me with my little teenage angst love stories. Y'all wasn't finna be finding my little journals and diaries, telling everybody what I wrote. I was 15. One of the boyfriend was lovesick. So if I couldn't have one, I created one in a story. That was my way of coping, was to write, which I enjoyed. I don't do it no more because my hand hurt in my brain. It's too much work. I have to type out characters. I think I have my old computer that's in the closet. I haven't used that thing in like 20 years, child. But that old computer got some shit on it. Okay. I'm gonna have that bitch destroyed. Cause like I said, you fucking tech hoes is not gonna be going up in my shit, finding my little lovesick teenage angst stories and then spraying me on the internet, putting it on Wattpad, telling everybody, ooh, Psych Design TV 2 was in love, honey. I don't know who she was in love with. Y'all ever do me like that? The fuck? No ma'ams, no sirs. No we, theys, and thems. Okay, absolutely not. What do we think of Kirsten? So Kirsten is an interesting character. Obviously, she was very connected to Martin. It seemed like Martin was her man. I'm assuming that was her man. And Martin died in the last expedition going to the college. And Kirsten is I don't know, Rico. You might get a little something going with this one. I mean, we're interested. Those of us who listening, in the last video I put up had like 47 views on it. So it wasn't bad. Like 47 of us watched it, So I don't know, Rico. I think you should do it. But Kirsten strikes me as someone who's obviously not as, invested in this as we thought. She feels like it looks okay. So I'm going to project a little bit. So Rico, tell me if I'm wrong. Not the 47 views was just me. Please. Please. Ooh. Aaliyah said they might take your rights if you post it there. Maybe you should keep it. I don't know. This is why I might lock this stuff behind the membership. Because I don't want nobody to steal your stuff, but I really like reading it. Okay. So back to Kirsten, because he asked me about Kirsten. So Kirsten comes across to me as someone who's very timid and quiet. Like I said, it seems like her and Martin was in a relationship. She seems to be hurt, obviously, by Martin's death. And it seems like whatever Victor did caused Martin to die. But I'm going to project a little bit. I think Martin got bit by the waist, or he was attacked by the waist, and Martin asked to be killed. And Victor did what he needed to. And that's why Antoine is blaming Victor for Martin's death. But I don't think I think Antoine's using it as leverage. I don't think he really. Do I think he cares? Yes, because there obviously is a link between Martin and Antoine. I'm assuming that there's some kind of family, uncle and nephew, brothers, something along that line, or they were just best friends, really, really close. Anyways, Martin died on the last excursion, right? So Kirsten and Martin seem to be in some type of relationship with each other. She's hurt that Martin is gone. It doesn't seem like she either knows partially what happened. Victor is avoiding her because he did what he did and he doesn't know how to tell her how that happened. Um and of course Georgina is encouraging him to tell her, which okay, but it doesn't seem like it's genuine. It seems like she's just doing that to help fuel Kirsten's fire to want things to shift back to the way it was. Honestly, I don't like none of this. I find this to be very, very, very out of pocket. But mostly, I think Kirsten understands that this is a manipulation thing on her part. They're manipulating her. She knows this, but she feels like she's trapped. She's trapped because she done lost her man and her friend. And now she feels like she's being manipulated into getting him back, but she knows that what she's doing is wrong. She fully understands that. So I like Kirsten, but I need Kirsten to have some cojones grandes. Okay, I need her to, first of all, Georgina got a lot of motherfucking nerve because when you got one goddamn time to put your hands on me, and then I got carpal tunnel. Okay, you ain't finna put your hands on my median nerve and press my hand like that. I'm damn sure tripping your ass after you get up, bitch. I'm tripping your ass. The fuck? Pressing on that girl's median nerve like that, talking about she did. You better do what you told. Don't be backing down, bitch. If you don't get your motherfucking hands off me, you gonna fuck around and end up dead. That's what's gonna happen. You'll be sleeping real light around this bitch. Okay, you gonna fuck around and end up dead. Shit. I'm petty as hell. I tell her, like, girl, I don't give a fuck about you working for the Citadel, Whoville, whatever the fuck you want to do. Horton here's a who, bitch. I don't give a damn. You put your hands on me one more time. The next time you wake up, you're going to be seeing your maker, whether that be the devil or Jesus. It's up to you. But either way, you ain't going to be on this plane, bitch. You understand? Keep your hands to yourself. Don't keep it nice and breezy around this bitch. Anyway. Don't put your hands on me, ho. I watched The Color Purple. It makes me want to read the novel. I love The Color Purple. It's one of my favorite movies. And I know it could be very disheartening, but the end of the movie really brings everything home because Celie got everything she deserved. You know what I'm saying? Everything that Mr. did to her, everything her father did to her, everything. She was able to, get stronger and move forward, which I love. The Color Purple. I haven't read the book. I've never read the book, but I did watch the movie. I've watched the movie so many times. Now, I haven't watched the remake of it. I haven't watched that, but they did it more along a musical wise. So I don't know. Kirsten just wanted to be included. She should have not been included. The way I might start posting this book on Wattpad, okay. Not the 47 views was me. He said, well, damn. That is disheartening that they might take your views. You need to read the terms and agreement. The agreement that when you sign up for it, they have a terms and agreement section that lets you know if they can take your stuff or not. That's what they did with the After series, but I bet the author is still getting paid. He said, I asked because the original plan for her when I first wrote the book, I had an original plan for her when I first wrote the book, which is why she was in the beginning of 2. But that was some years ago, so I don't remember what the plan was. So she was revamped. The scene between Kirsten and Georgie was my favorite to write. I may have weak wrists, but I got heavy hands. I'm not afraid to throw. I'd have beat her ass. I don't give a fuck how much training you got. I don't give a damn. All that stop with a bullet. And unless you on some Matrix shit, bitch. I'm just saying. But it was a good book. Y'all tell me what books y'all want me to read. But I'm gonna start reading after I finish Rico's books or book. I'm gonna start reading other books, and we're gonna start off with some of my books by Jessica Cage because she's one of my favorite authors and I love her so much. She is absolutely amazing. So we're gonna read Jessica Cage. I've been reading this book for an hour. Wow. 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 Anyways, I'm gonna get on out of here and I'm going to edit the other live, which is up right now, but I'm gonna edit it and slash it in half so y'all can listen. It'll go up like a video, so don't worry if it goes down and you don't see it. It'll go up like a video and it'll be there for y'all to read. For y'all to listen to. So I'm gonna split that live in half so everybody can listen to it and not have to listen to 2 full hours or 3 full hours of a book. So it's coming. Okay. It's been several hours, child. It don't feel like it, but then again, like I said, I drank 2 cups of coffee earlier, so I am up. I am wired. I'm more than likely gonna be playing crime scene cleanup. And I will go live on Twitch so y'all can watch that if y'all want to. But y'all go to bed. And I will see y'all Monday after Monday Night Raw where we talk about wrestling. This is a nice reprieve from wrestling. We can talk about books. I also have a podcast where Rico joins me sometimes and Alexis does. And we talk about movies and TV shows. It's actually really fun. And it's up on Spotify right now. It is also over on my other lifestyle page. That podcast is ported over there to my lifestyle page. So if you want to, you can go over there and listen or watch it over on my other YouTube channel, which is just I am Tiffany ES. You could just put that in the box and I come up. Okay. This one here, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, it's Tiffany E. You could just type in Tiffany E in the box and you can find me over there on YouTube. I do post a lot of more stuff over there, skincare stuff. I'm gonna start posting some more makeup stuff over there because that seems to get a lot of traction, which is crazy. But I'm gonna be posting that stuff over there, and then of course I'm gonna always be posting over here about all of the wrestling mess, y'all. If y'all, she said, "Oh wait, you're a gamer." I didn't know you have Twitch. I do have Twitch. It's the same name as my YouTube. So I've got Twitch, I've got Instagram, I've got TikTok. I've got it all. And if you want makeup stuff or makeup tips and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to be reviving my other channel with that makeup stuff. I'm going to start off with shorts. Then we're going to go into longer form content. So we're going to be doing a lot to fill my time throughout the day. But yes, I do have a Twitch account. I'm a light gamer. I don't game like my husband does. I wish he would stream to Twitch and to his YouTube so y'all can watch him play because he enjoys playing those games. And I think if he was to go live and do his streaming on his YouTube, I would help him out and give him some commentary because I be sitting there watching shit and be asking him what the fuck is going on, and he don't never answer me. He don't say nothing. He just be in the zone in his game. He don't talk. I think that's one of the reasons why he don't stream. It's because he's not talking and he feel like he ain't gonna be entertaining. But AJ's funny as hell. He just don't like. He just being petty, child. He just being petty. I can't get him to do it. I'm like, all this time you been putting into these damn games, make it useful. We can get some coins off of this shit. Now, hell, he don't want to do it. But yes, I do have a Twitch. I do stream my games. Now, I'm very particular about the games I play. So I like playing Power Wash Simulator. Right now I'm playing Crime Scene Simulator. I just got done playing South of Midnight, which I love that game so much. It's such a beautiful game. It's such a beautiful game. It's so beautiful. If you've never played South of Midnight, please go play it. Please, 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 please go play it. It's so much fun. Um, I love Harry Potter. Harry Potter is my childhood. It is my everything. So I have played Harry Potter over and over and over again. So I have streamed Harry Potter before, but I'm thinking about going back through it again because I'm right now. I'm trying. I'm a Ravenclaw, right, on the second go round. Because you started off as a Hufflepuff, and I started off as a Gryffindor.
I think it did go Ravenclaw now bad because I was gonna go Ravenclaw my second playthrough.
What was yours, Slytherin?
I'm doing Slytherin.
Yeah, so I'm a Ravenclaw right now. I haven't gone back to play Harry Potter in a while, but when I do, I'm gonna stream that. I'm gonna stream all my playthroughs for Harry Potter. I've played it so many times. I know what's going on. The only thing I don't know, obviously, is each of the um each of the dorms for each of the different houses. I haven't been to all of them, so I don't know them. But I'm gonna play Harry Potter and stream that, and I'll try to do it so that everybody knows. For whatever reason, Xbox does not allow you to stream to YouTube, but the Drive's PS5 will let me stream directly to YouTube. Okay, so I don't know. Some days I might stream my when I get a chance, when he gives me the opportunity, I'll put the Expedition 33 on the Xbox, and maybe one of these weeks we can switch off and he can play it on the Xbox and I can play 2K25 on the PlayStation and see what I can get into over there. I want to see if I can shenanigan over there. But anyways, there are certain games I play. I like to play Tomb Raider is my favorite game of all time. I play it, replay it constantly. I've played it so many times. What's the other one, Jared? The one that's with the dude with the weather. They controlling the weather in the game. Is it Just Cause? I like Just Cause. For the PlayStation games, I am very particular, but I like Uncharted. What's the other one I play on your system? It was Uncharted and something else.
I don't remember.
I'm a shooter, so I do like playing shooter games. I will play Call of Duty. The new Call of Duty confuses me though. It's too much going on. I gotta slide and shit, and I don't be wanting to do all of that. I just be wanting to aim and shoot, bitch. I don't be wanting to have to duck bullets and all that other shit. Like, let me just go out with a bang. Like, I'm tired of that shit. They keep adding new shit, and then everything is online, and I'm so irritated. But I'll have a rant for that another day. What's another game I like to play? I do like Little Big Planet. I do like that. I like playing. What's the other game, Jared, that you bought me? The one that had to do with Tina, the original version. Borderlands. I like Borderlands. I love Borderlands. I've beaten all of them except for the first one because AJ refuses to finish the game with me. He keeps leaving me by myself. So I haven't finished the first Borderlands. They coming out with another one. We got Tina's game on my Xbox. Again, he has yet to finish playing that game with me. So I gotta try to finish that. Yeah, I don't play a lot of games. AJ is more of the gamer between the two of us. So AJ, I'm a big stickler for like Nintendo. I do like a lot of the Nintendo games. I love Mario Kart. I like Mario Kart. I'm in love with that game, so I play that often. And I have a Switch, so I play my Switch, and I love LA Noir. LA Noir is a good game for me. For PlayStation stuff, I like playing stuff that has puzzles, so I'll play stuff like Heavy Rain. And the very first game I played for the PlayStation, it was PlayStation 3, Heavenly Sword.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably one of my favorite PlayStation games. Heavenly Sword is my favorite PlayStation game. I still have that game, don't I? It's upstairs somewhere. Did they put it on the backwards capable list?
I plan on getting rid of it, even if they do put it up there.
I hate them for that. So there are a lot of games that I love. And then for the Xbox, I have played, oh my God, I've been on here for an hour and plus. But I'm gonna finish this out, I promise. For the Xbox, I have played what's that one game you bought me, AJ? Oh, the game where the girl got time powers. She be going back in time. What is the name of that damn game? It's like 3 versions of it. I know you know the name of it. Let me see. Where's the controller? Hold tight, y'all. Yes, Rico got it. Life is Strange.
Oh.
I remember they had did like a what is it called? They had did was it one of them was it a PlayStation thing, Jared, that we saw it on?
It was one of the showcases.
Like the showcase, and you saw it, and he said that it was a game that I would really like, and I did. I played it, but I didn't finish it. No, I did. I finished the first one. I didn't play the second one. I didn't play the third one. And they got like 2 or 3 more they done added to it now. But I loved Life is Strange. I used to play Burnout Revenge a lot. Very much into Grand Theft Auto. I love Grand Theft Auto. If I had to pick a favorite of the Grand Theft Autos, it would be Grand Theft Auto 4. That was my favorite because that was the only one of the games that I finished. No, I finished Vice City Stories and I finished Grand Theft Auto 3. Yeah, I finished those. So they wasn't the only one. What else? Yeah, I got all 3 of them. I got 2, 3. I don't have the one with the little boy with the little powers.
Yeah.
I don't have that one.
They got episode 2, like episode 1 of Life is Strange too.
Yeah. What other games did I play? Let me see. I'm a big Sims girl. I will get into Sims and be up all night playing Sims, doing shit, but I cheat. I cheat like a motherfucker. There's a little cheat that I do on Sims that I do it often so I can make sure I have money. So my house don't lose power and shit, and I can make sure my family have everything they need. And I do not lose achievements because of this little Sims cheat. Okay, I don't. And I don't use cheat codes. I do not use cheat codes. But baby, when I tell you I be dying in the worst way on Sims, child. Ooh, I be dying, honey. Last time I played The Sims, one of my Sims died by a meteor. Right in front of us, just died. I said, God damn. Dry cackled when my Sims died. I said, AJ, you're not supposed to laugh. He was like, that shit was funny. That was his name. Captain Spirit, AJ, was the name of the game. I just didn't finish it. OG games that I like to play: Banjo-Kazooie, Burnout Paradise, Burnout Revenge. I like Call of Duty Black Ops, but not Black Ops 6. FaZe, I saw what you said. You said you like Black Ops 6 Zombies because of the Omni movements, the sliding does my heading. Awesome. I like Black Ops, but it was Call of Duty. Which Call of Duty was it, Jared? Was it 3? Where I gotta go? To B.
C.
I'm at C. It's not up here. It's just Call of Duty and Modern Warfare. Yeah, it's Black Ops 2. That's the one that I liked. I was a big fan of Black Ops 2. Ooh, and OG games was 007. Me and my brothers and my I think my older sister, we would just sit in the house and just play fucking 007 all day. murking each other on 007. Oh, good times. I like Sniper Elite. Soul Calibur is my shit. I fucking love Soul Calibur. I be whooping AJ's ass on Soul Calibur. That's the reason why he don't play me in that game now, because I be tearing his ass up. But y'all gotta go get South of Midnight. Like, go play South of Midnight. It's an excellent, excellent game. Like, you would really, really love it. It's such a good game. I never played it. I heard it's super popular. Might try it. It's a good game. It's kind of similar to Heavy Rain. The decisions you make in the game change the outcome of how it works, but it can be very intense because it do deal with murder and all that kind of stuff with the Life is Strange games. So I would be leery if you don't care, but you was able to read 13 Reasons Why. So you might like Life is Strange. The way it's set up is kind of like a YA novel come to life, if that makes sense. You might really, really enjoy that game. I think you should get it and play it. It's currently on the Game Pass if you have Game Pass for Xbox. I do not know if it's a part of the PlayStation games that you can just play with the Gay Station account, with the PlayStation account. I don't know why I said Gay Station. With the PlayStation account, my bad, y'all. But I know for sure that you can play Life is Strange on the Xbox through the Game Pass. I gave you them cheat codes. No, Rico, dead ass. I'm not using a cheat code for Motherload. I'm not using that because that erases all of your achievements. You can't get achievements with that cheat code. I don't use any cheat codes. The way I get my money so that I can have a plethora of money in the game, it came from YouTube. I'm gonna show you on my Twitch account. I'm gonna create a new Sims game and I'm gonna show you on my Twitch account probably tomorrow. And it's very easy and it just makes my life a lot simpler and I don't have to worry about losing achievements for the game. Not capital. Yeah. I feel like you would really like Marvel Rivals. I've never Dry, have you heard of Marvel Rivals?
Never.
Did you play it?
No.
You didn't want to?
No, because it's an online shooter similar to Apex and
Oh, so it's like open world, like Fortnite. Closer to Apex.
Closer to Apex.
I'm not a big fan of those types of games. Mainly because I'm not that great at them. And instead of them putting you in the game with other people on your level, they put you right in the thick of everything. And I don't like that. Let me level up, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me get to the point. But I guess they feel like in real life, you just thrown into the sea of life, nigga. You don't get to level. You don't get to level up with people who are on your level. You feel what I'm saying? Not fuck them achievements. Rico is stupid. Oh, I love Soul Calibur. That is my shit. I be beating AJ's ass. And he refuses to play me in that game. Refuses. I'm like, babe, let's play Soul Calibur. Oh. He gets so upset. I've only beaten him a couple times, but he refuses to play. Like, it's gotten to the point where we was going back and forth in the last round will determine who wins. And I think sometimes he lets me win. I really do. Because AJ is nice like that. Am I lying? No. He lets me win. You dead ass wrong. You can let me beat you, but not tell me. You like, no, you that good. You whip my ass. Like you can lie. God damn. Ruin my confidence, Jared. Just ruin it. You too. Okay. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, definitely. I should try it. I think PS Store has it. PlayStation Store has it. I saw the whole collection on there. They do have it. I just don't know if it's free if you have a PlayStation Plus account. I just don't know that. Because I'm not on there enough. And AJ's system is the PS5 and mine is the Xbox Series X. So I don't know about the PlayStation as much as he does. And because I'm the one who uses my Xbox more, he knows about the games, but he's not adept at the games that are on the Xbox Game Pass that I pay for. So it's like we have to go to each other to kind of see how things work. Like, hey, babe, PlayStation Plus got this. He can be like, no, we ain't got that, babe. And I'll be like, well, Xbox got it. He be like, all right, bet, And I'll be like, he'll ask me if I seen this on Game Pass. It's kind of how it works, if that makes sense. I fuck them achievements. I actually like getting achievements. I actually like getting that little rarity. I just got one on that crime scene simulator game for standing in there and not answering the phone call when the mob boss called me to clean up this motherfucking I didn't know I was supposed to answer the walkie-talkie, and that man killed me in the elevator. I died right there. Jerry was like, God damn. Child. Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, I like collecting the trophies. The trophy, when you get that little diamond at the bottom, that one makes my day. When the diamond comes up, babes, that was like, ooh, I got a rare one. Ain't nobody else got that but me. So, but anyways, I'm gonna get my ass up out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed reading Rico's book. It was really fun to act out his book. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna give y'all a break next week, and I'll do it the week after. Hopefully, Backlash is not that same week. Let me look and see when Backlash is. I might do it again next week because AJ is gonna be out next week, and I want to have something to do. Oh, it's May 10th. Backlash is May 10th. Oh, it is that week. Damn, Backlash is in 2 fucking weeks. They ain't giving us no breaks after Mania. Jesus. This is fucking nuts. Okay, so I'll read whatever. If Rico got, stuff available next week, I will read it. If not, I will, I don't know. I might pick something else. We'll start reading something else. And we'll wait and see. Not they never give us breaks. I got like 8 platinums. But look at you. Just bragging. Yeah, okay. I don't even. Let me go see. Let me go see what my achievements are. Wait, how do I find them?
Oh, wait, now. Oh, yeah, PlayStation 5 has only got 3.
Oh, they over here. All achievements. Okay. I don't know what I'm looking for. I did get all the achievements in South of Midnight, which means I need to play it again. You get an achievement for completing each chapter. But you also get achievement for unravel Hanks after defeating them with the amplified rend. Unravel Hanks after defeating him by throwing lava Hanks into them. Fully upgrade the general. Fully upgrade Stray and Pool. Oh, bitch. Fully upgrade Hazel's health. I didn't upgrade her health fully? Find all 10 flips. Find all readables. Oh, fuck. That sucks. I gotta go through this game again. God damn it. Anyways, I'm gonna get my ass on out of here. I will see y'all Monday when we talk about wrestling. And then Saturday, I will come back and we will do another read and chill. Or since AJ will be out, I don't know. I might stream to YouTube and we might play one of the games that I like, might be. We might. I'm gonna see if they got crime scene similar. You got a PlayStation Plus account? No?
Yeah.
You do? I'm gonna see what free games AJ got, and then I might stream one that I like.
Yeah, I'm showing crime scene similar. I'll tell you that.
Now why you got to do that?
No, I'm saying it's not gonna be. It's not a part of the Plus thing. PlayStation Plus things is a little different from Xbox.
I know that. I'm just saying I'm gonna look for some games that I might want to play on live, so I can give Rico to write some more chapters. He can have a little bit more time. We'll skip 2 weeks ahead for Rico to write his chapters. We'll go from next week is the week of the 4th. Week after that is the week of the 11th. So the week of the 18th. No. Next week, well, this week coming is the week of the 2nd. Next week is the week of the 9th. So we will go the week of the 16th. That's the week that we will do some more reading of Rico's book. And that is going to be Saturday, May 17th. Okay? We ain't got nothing to do. So I will see y'all then. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.